So for the next four, it's the Glenloyne Loop, Carn, Gorm, Meall, Garbh, Carn, Mairg and Garbh. I hope I pronounced those as best as I could. Initially, you'll park in the Invervar car park. It's a really small car park with probably about 5 spaces. It's easy to find. You'll see a red phone box and it's just next to that. Once you've parked, come left out of the car park and about 20 metres up on the right you'll see a sign saying "To the Hills." You simply follow this sign with a number of marker posts guiding you through a wooded area and a felled wooded area before exiting a gate initially onto a hydro track. Once you reach the hydro track, keep to the left, staying on the old track next to a deer fence. Eventually you'll return to the hydro track, past the hydro project, and eventually you'll see a rickety old footbridge. Head for this and cross it, following the burn to the left where you will see a further marker directing you close to the edge of the forest. So the forested area is now on your left and you're starting to head up a long but easy flank with great views back down towards Glenloyne. Continue where the path will steepen for the final section before the gradient reduces and you continue to the summit, the true summit being the furthest away, offering great views onto Loch Rannoch and round to where your second Munro will be. Now you've gone past summit number 1, you'll continue north and descend, eventually curving east-northeast until you reach Aighean. So as you can see, our next summit is ahead of us, just slightly left of a smaller summit, but Munro number 2 is ahead. And you can see a track leading all the way to the top, and it being very rocky at the top there, with a great view down to the left. So you can see the summit, Munro number 2. Down to the left you'll see Loch Rannoch, and you'll see a fence post, so remains a fence post, which will lead you to the top of the summit, to Munro number 2. Almost at the top of Munro 2. Keep to the fence line, the easiest way up the rocks. Just kind of up to you to decide, because we're almost at the top anyway. Summit number 2 is very well marked with a number of fence posts offering views to Aighean directly ahead. So after your second Munro, the route continues east. It's flat to begin with, and you'll see Carn Mairg just in the distance on the right hand side. It's nearly made it to a smaller summit. As you can see to the left, Munro number 3. It's quite flat at the top here. You can still see this fence post, so I'm going to be following those. A great view of Aighean. The final section towards the summit is very rocky. You'll see the tor on the right hand side. It's worth exploring this, with great views down into Glenloyne. So to get to the final Munro, you just need to get off this summit. So head east slightly, avoiding the crags. You'll see a dry stone wall, head for that, cross over it, and then take a sharp right. You'll immediately see your final Munro ahead. So this is the final stretch. It's a muddy path leading up on the right hand side, leading up to the summit eventually. On reaching the final summit, you'll see a tor about 0.5 kilometres east. That's the actual very top, so head for that. The final stretch, retrace your steps. I headed slightly north, bypassing the west top. Where you continue west, you will pick up a well-defined path, crossing a stoker's path, heading steeply down, where you'll have a great view down into the Glenloyne. You'll go through a small gate onto the hydro path and retrace your steps back to the wooded area to the start.